Talk about managers. Obviously, you had an opportunity to play for so many legends. Walter Alston, Leo DeRocher, and then in '64, I guess, going to the Mets and Casey Stengel. Were some of those lessons that you learned from the managers you were able to apply maybe later in your career?
Well, you eliminated one man, Charlie Dressen, who to me was the best manager I played for. He knew his team, he knew their capabilities, he knew their weaknesses, their strengths, and he ran the ball club. He knew when to get somebody upset, knew what to say to somebody to get them back on keel. And I learned a lot from Leo. I learned a lot of things from Leo not to try to do, as if I were ever going to be a manager. Leo Branch Rickey had a quote about Leo one time, and I thought it was rather cute. He said, Leo DeRocher is the only person he knows in baseball that could take over an impossible situation and immediately make it worse. But Leo was a good baseball man, don't get me wrong. He knew the game, and he was baseball day in and day out. I mean, that's all he ever thought about. And he tried every way possible to beat you. And I had a lot of respect for him, and I was happy that he got into the Hall of Fame.
And in order to make that team, you had to survive one of Branch Rickey's spring trainings. Describe a little bit of what Mr. Rickey's spring training was like.
Well, spring training was quite a bit different than it is now. It's more like a country club now. You go down and you play baseball for a few hours, you practice baseball for a couple hours, and you rush out the golf course and play 18 holes of golf, and then go to dinner, and then do the same thing the next day. But then we had lectures. Branch Rickey had lectures. He had different programs that you went through, different sliding programs, cutoff play programs. He did all the fundamental programs in spring training, and sometimes after a few years they became a little bit boring, but the one nice thing about it, and with hindsight, we didn't beat ourselves very often. We knew how to play the game, we knew how to make the plays, and there were very few mental mistakes on our ball club.
In the 1950s, you couldn't be a baseball fan in New York or probably anywhere without the debate raging, who's the best center fielder, Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. You led that trio when you guys were simultaneously starting in your careers in home runs and RBI. What were your thoughts of playing in the same town with those two, and of the Willie, Mickey, and the Duke debate?
I think that was more of a media hype than anything. All three of us were having decent years, good years, and they started comparing the numbers. And I'm not a numbers person. I was more a team person. Basically, Branch Rickey taught us at one of his lectures that he said, don't think about your individual numbers, think about where you are in the standings. If the team's name is on the top of the list, you're all having decent years, and if you win the pennant, your numbers are going to be there, so don't worry about them. So we really concentrated more on winning a ball game than we did individual numbers or individual statistics. So basically, it was a good education from Mr. Rickey. I'm not belittling the Mantle, Mays, and myself comparisons. That it was good for baseball, and in my estimation, there was one other center fielder they eliminated, and that was Joe DiMaggio. I thought he was the greatest.
Hello everyone, I spend a lot of time trying to get you guys nice videos, so please subscribe to this page. Thank you.